For the last 20 years, in my home, even if it is large and small, I have definitely had a system to record music, a system to record. Besides, I had neighbors who could not be wonderful. Some of them asked me to cut the sound, some of them just smiled to play what was the song before smiley face. I came across the ant who pierced the wall with only one broomstick, and he was responsible for the fact that his daughter could not pass the university exam for 3 years. In the house where I lived for 3 months, he seemed to claim that he had a musical voice, but when he realized that he was throwing too much support, he went to his house, experiencing the embarrassment of the broom. Now I will try to list the tactics of a musician who wants to make music, maybe record at home while living with his neighbors, and sort the basis of an environment where you will have a relatively comfortable working space. Let's start. 1. Communication everything. Meet your neighbors. The neighbors in the flats where the upper, lower, side and inner walls are facing are very important. Introduce yourself to your listeners. At the points where your possible music reaches even to your manager, not to communicate only if you have trouble in the apartment. You do not need to mention personal details. Tell that you are a professional musician, you need to do some work because you have to deliver a project at various times, and occasionally noise, neighbors say so, can go to them. You're likely to get good respect here. 2. Plan according to your neighbors. Ask if they stay overtime and have babies. You can even make it fun and even do a mini programming via WhatsApp. Even when they are not at home, there will not be any complainants. I moved my study room to the hall. Not only because it has a larger work area, but also because I know that neither one is above or below the sleeping room. If you are going to work out of the living room, you can say that it is not to disturb and ask where their babies or themselves sleep. According to him, you choose your working area and work more carefully. The hall of my house seems to be the right workspace for me for now. Take a break. If your work is not urgent, be careful not to work every day. Collect loans from your neighbor's smiley face, and give a rest to yourself by paying attention to people's weekend rest. Music can be a wonderful thing for you, but for others it may be nothing but noise. Do not question this part, soften the crisis on your chest. 4. Restrict the time you make music loudly. Sometimes we go into loud music making mode, or roughly let's say gas, but we expect everyone outside of us, including family members, to endure it. We need to balance this. Except for you, you can choose the way to limit the time of your music to leave peaceful evenings to those who hear your voice, by specifying it beforehand. If your job is going to take a long time, I recommend you to be rehearsed. The post will already take a few repetitions. So you will solve your playing job faster. 5. Use headphones. You can choose to use headphones instead of the speakers you can use for long listening tasks. We can also say the reference monitor. Thus, when you need to make loud music, you have more credits against your neighbor's smiley face. 6. Don't complain about someone else making noise. If you have a loud neighbor on your upper floor, you can see this as an opportunity. The problem is actually in completely silent neighbors. Smiley face. About 5 years ago, as one of the endless players of the PlayStation FIFA tournament sitting in the bottom floor, I had to change my bedroom and then my home studio. It was more or less time to gather and play, and I was performing my music according to these hours. We were having our own fun with a quiet deal. Result, if you take advantage of these tips, you will be surprisingly surprised at what you can save at home. I have recorded percussion, guitar, violin, singing record, which will immediately reveal how loud the level of those who know, guitar amphith recording. Maybe not everything you can think of, but you will be able to make many records easily. First of all, you need to get along with neighbors, actually people. I hope that we will move towards the years when the end of 6-year communication with the Valletta Club in the life of all my musician friends came to an end. Good Music Day.